How's it going, rednecks? Any of you remember this thing? Yeah, it's been about a year since I've actually touched this thing other than working on the interior center console, and ever since Ratchet passed, it's kind of been hard for me to get started back on this project. But ever since this guy right here, Bolt, started growing up, I find it easier to come outside because not only for him to enjoy the outdoors, kind of gets me out here too. So get your ball. You ready? You ready? Move your ball. Here, give me it. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. You want your ball? Go get your ball. Good boy. Now, as some of you may have noticed, I have the hood off of this thing. And that's because I want to pull this whole front clip off and get ready to start pulling that motor. So I already had a buddy come over. He helped me remove the hood. So what do you say we get started and we remove the rest of the stuff? Now, I don't know how good the angles are going to be because this garage is pretty crowded. From this side all the way to this side, I got stuff sitting around everywhere. So it's going to be hard to set you guys up to get the proper angle. But I'm going to do my best. So what do you say we get started by taking this tube right here. This is for the radiator drain. Some trucks have them, some don't. You feed that down through the bottom, you open the petcock up, and you start draining the radiator. Now, as much as I would have loved to show you guys how to loosen that, we are after that guy right there. That is the petcock, and you almost have to be a contortionist to get to it. So there was no way I was going to be able to show you guys how to do that. But while that thing's draining, what do you say we start this engine one last time, and then we pull the battery. Hard to believe that'll probably be the last time I ever hear that 5.3 run. That is, unless that guy blows a motor, then it'll probably be going in that truck. But yeah, let's get that battery off, and then I think I'm going to start just pulling this front clip up. So I'm going to set you guys up, and I guess I'm just going to start removing everything.
'Cause it took 5 years until I found you. Oh, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh, I'm gonna hold you close. It's hard, 'cause it took 5 years until I found you. We're just getting started, baby. I can't control myself lately. Oh, but you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know that, yeah, you know it. We're just getting started, baby.
Man, oh man, rednecks. This is a case of I know somebody that can do it cheaper. All they did was took the wires, and then the truck wires, they stripped them back, twisted these ones on, and then put tape over them. And as you can see, there's all kinds of corrosion happening. This wire has a bunch of corrosion on it. Yeah, that's not the proper way to do it. The proper way would be to solder and heat shrink everything. But I guess in this case, it saves me a little bit of time because I can simply undo that and get the headlight removed. So yeah, don't do it like that. That's funny. At one point, them were probably really nice. That looks like an expensive kit, but please, don't do this stuff to your truck. Yeah, that's crazy. At least, I'm not going to be using any of that because I'm putting the Escalade front clip on this thing, so I guess the next thing I want to do is get this bumper out of my way. Now, to remove the front bumper, we're going to need to take off the 4 bolts in the front of the truck, as well as there's a corner brace right here that has 2 15mm on it. And them guys are right here and right here. So there's 2 on this side, and it has this brace right here that connects to the bumper. So we got to remove those two, go to the other side, remove them two, and then I'll remove the 4 on the front of the truck. Alright guys, there was no way I was going to get a camera angle of that, so I already have the 4 lower bolts removed. Now we're going to get these ones out. These are your front ones, and this is your top side, and then your bottom side is right down through that hole down in there. And then same on this side, you got a top one and a bottom one you need to get your extension for. And then with those ones removed, we should be able to remove this whole front bumper. Well, that was supposed to be easy, but unfortunately, the bracket in there is bent. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it on camera, but that bracket is bent on an angle. It's supposed to be flat like this, and it's bent like that. And I can't get a socket on my bolt down there, so I'm going to try and put a swivel on it and see if I can't get on them. Both of them are bent, so at one point this vehicle was probably in a front end collision, a light front end collision, and it kind of rolled the bumper and bent those. I also wanted to point out, with these trucks being 20 some years old, don't forget to remove your fog light if Mother Nature and other things haven't already done it. With these things riding that low, chances are they've already been removed by something. But if you don't remove those, believe me, when you go to pull this front bumper, they're going to remind you they're there. So yeah, let me see if I can't figure something out, and I'll get back to you when I got them 2 bolts out. And just like that, we have the front bumper, grille, headlights, and front cowl piece off. And now I want to start moving on to removing the fenders. And to do that, I need to pull the air box off, the coolant reservoir, steel brackets. There's a bracket down in here, bracket on that side. You got the battery tray, you got the fuse box. All that stuff needs to come off to get the inner fenders out and then unbolt the fenders. So I'll set you guys up, and I'll start removing all this stuff out of the engine bay. With the passenger fender off, I think I'm going to change my direction a little bit, because if I remove the driver fender, this front radiator core support is going to be really loose. So I think what I'm going to start doing is start removing stuff off of it, like the upper radiator hose. I got the steam pipe. I got to pull this fan cover off. I want to pull the fan off. And I just want to kind of get everything off of this while it's still sturdy and kind of in place. So I'll get you guys set up once again, unless you want to give me a hand, and we'll start removing some of this stuff. Well, it's the next day, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a pain in the butt. I have this fender about ready to remove, but that one snapped off. This one I heated up and it broke anyways on the clip. Then the other ones were kind of a pain in the butt. Not only that, moving all this wiring and getting it out of the way so I could remove this fender was not an easy task either. But with that being said, it's ready to remove, so I'll get you guys set up again and we'll get this fender removed, and then I got to see what I'm going to do with this front core support. After standing here for a little bit and debating, I've decided I'm going to remove the AC because I want this whole core support out of my way, because I need to do all new brake lines. I want to be able to easily pull this motor up and out. So I'm going to discharge the AC. I need to remove the washer bottle, remove a few other things. The computer, I believe, is bolted on this front core support. I got to try and feed the power steering cooler through. Disconnect the other transmission cooler line, because this is your cooler right here, your trans cooler. One of those lines got to get disconnected and fed through. My hood release cable needs to get disconnected, and then there's two bolts, two body mount bolts that need to get removed, and this whole thing will come off. So I'm going to get you set up once again. We'll time lapse that whole procedure. We'll get this off, and hopefully that will be the end of this video unless something else comes up. Well, there we go, rednecks. Just like that, we have clear access to our motor, and we have just crap loads of parts laying around. I got the whole outside full of fenders, the core support, radiators, all kinds of crap. Then I got my plastics right here. But yeah, hopefully the next video will be getting that there right out. I want to pull the 5.3 out, and then we can start prepping this thing, clean it up, and then put all the new brake lines on and do whatever I need to do before I put the new engine in. But until then, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get back to work. Yeah, you tell them, get back to work.